and Bob Hope sends the cracks.
Ah, thank you so much. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Bob, Christmas Tree Hope, telling you to use Pepsodent and your teeth will be evergrins. Well, I'm tired tonight. I've been wrapping packages all day. Every year I like to send away the product that California produces most of that year. One year I sent away oranges, another year lemons. But this year I'm having a little trouble. How do you wrap up a Douglas bomber? And I've been wrapping packages. And yesterday I went to the post office to mail some packages. What a line. Believe it or not, just standing in line, I passed my own house twice. I never saw a line that long before. I had a package I wanted to mail to a friend of mine in Boston, and by the time I walked to the end of the line, I handed it to him. And what mobs there are in the post office. For a half an hour, I ran around yelling blackout before I discovered somebody had shoved my head into an inkwell. What a mix-up in that post office. One fellow walked in with a package under his left arm. After he got waited on, he walked out with a package under his chin, and his left arm was on its way to Kansas City. And boy, did that mob shove you around. I stuck out my tongue to lick a stamp, and I washed 3 windows before I could get it back. And I saw a little kid scrawling on a piece of paper. I said, writing a letter to Santa Claus? And he said, nope, I'm writing to Governor Olson. What does he mean, closing Santa Anita? So I said, what are you so sore about? He said, well, my mother's out of a job. She was one of Crosby's jockeys. And on the post office wall, there was a picture of Uncle Sam pointing his finger at you, saying, Uncle Sam wants you. And the crowd was shoving so hard, Uncle Sam is now saying it while sucking his thumb. But you know, Christmas is so exciting, and you should see the Christmas trees on Hollywood Boulevard today. They floated down from the Yukon. I love Christmas trees. This year I decided to dig up my own tree, roots and all, and boy, did I dig deep. I dug down so deep that twice I ran into Dick Tracy chasing the mole. I finally bought a nice tree, and I tied my tree on my car with the bottom sticking out in front of the radiator, and then I drove down Hollywood Boulevard. I heard somebody yell, don't cross the street, Mamie. Now they're using battering rams. But it's wonderful here in California. 5 years ago, I planted a little seed for a fir tree in my yard, and now I can look out of my window anytime and see the gopher that ate it. But my tree looks pretty this year. I wanted to fix an ornament on top of the tree, so I bent it way down and told Skinny Ennis to hold it. It took us a half hour to scrape him off the ceiling. And I set up the electric trains for my little nephew under the tree before I went to bed. I walked in and turned them on in the dark. Then I accidentally stepped on the electric tracks with my bare feet. I was finally brought down by the 4th Interceptor Command. But you know, there's one man in this program who knows all about wrapping and mailing packages for Christmas. Oh, Professor Colonna, come here.
Coming. Christmas seals.
Billy Mills and the orchestra with a Christmas medley.
Hey there, I'm Mike Gillette, your host, and this is When Radio Ruled, Episode 30, Christmas Special 2021.
Well, let's see what you can do here. This sort of gives me a chance to keep a little promise I made to myself. I swore I was going to sing this song here at the inn tonight. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen. Hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a quiet Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Go ahead, I'll spit you the words.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Just like the ones I used to know.
Just like the ones I used to know.
Where the treetops glisten.
Where the treetops glisten.
And children listen.
And children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be
Every year, Christmas haunts me with memories of holidays past. Feelings and smells and sounds make recollections flow over me. The feasts and the cheer and the loneliness and the love and the laughter and the tears. Many Christmases seen with a child's eyes. Many more Christmases with profound and sometimes bittersweet adult meanings. A child's Christmas is usually focused on Santa Claus and getting presents. For adults, it is about being present with the people you love, being grateful for connections that bring meaning to the rest of your lives. Both types of old-time radio Christmas are in store for you now. First, the child's point of view. Charlie McCarthy, from Christmas Eve, 1944, in The Oversight Before Christmas. The more sublime and redemptive adult perspective is provided courtesy of GunSmoke, December 20, 1952, entitled, simply enough, The Christmas Story. So please join me for a satisfying holiday emotional smorgasbord gifted to us by voices in the past.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On this Christmas Eve, we're happy to welcome as our guests a chorus of 1,000 voices from the Great Lakes Naval Training Station, which is our way of wishing you Christmas greetings. We, of course, are Bill Foreman, Ray Noble and his orchestra, the lovely Joan Merrill, Edgar Bergen, and Charlie McCarthy.
Hello, folks. This is Charlie McCarthy wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy Bergen.
Merry Christmas, Charlie.
Well, hello, Mr. Mochi.
Well, I suppose you've written to Santa Claus, huh?
Yes, I wrote to him. Just to play safe, I sent a carbon copy to Bergen. I'm no fool, you know. I'm no fool.
I suppose you hinted at what you wanted.
Brother, I hinted for 8 pages, I hinted. But every year, Bergen turns a deaf purse.
Oh, well, Charlie, why don't you be a little more subtle?
Well, that don't work either.
No?
Last year, I was subtle. I hinted for something with 2 wheels and a handlebar.
And what did you get?
A lawnmower.
Charlie and Edgar will be back in just a few moments. A few moments made lovely as the charming Joan Merrill sings a cowboy song by the urbane Mr. Cole Porter. Don't Fence Me In. If you please, Joan.
give me land, lots of land on the starry skies above. Don't fence me in. No. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. No. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please. Don't fence me in, just turn me loose. Let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western sky. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. See the mountains rise. I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences. Gaze at the moon till I lose my senses. Can't look at hovels and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in, just turn me loose. Let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western sky. Under the sky. On my cayuse. Let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. Till I see the mountains rise. I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences. Gaze at the moon till I lose my senses. Can't look at hovels and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in. Doo-doo-doo. Let me go right where the west commences. Don't fence me in. Doo-doo-doo. Look at the moon till I lose my senses. Don't fence me in. Doo-doo-doo. Didn't I tell you I can't stand fences? Don't fence me in. Don't fence me in.
Oh, that was lovely, Joan. Lovely.
Thank you very much.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a few words from your Yule log, Charlie McCarthy.
Oh, thank you, Don. My pal, my friend. You know, you're the nicest Don Amici I know.
Uh-oh.
Yes, you are.
When you talk like that, I know you want something. What is it, Charlie?
Well, it just so happens you're right this time. I do need help. You see, Bergen said that if I would recite The Night Before Christmas this evening, he'd give me a special Christmas present.
Well, that's fine. Have you memorized it?
Well, part of it, that's all.
Which part?
Just the title.
And what do you want me to do?
Well, make Bergen forget about the poem, but not about the presents.
Well, now, let me see. Wait a minute. I've got it. Why don't you say that after you learned it, a blow on the head made you forget it?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and I'll be glad to cooperate with a baseball bat.
That's that.
Well, now, look, why should I help you? Why didn't you learn the poem in the first place?
Well, I was just too busy, Don.
Busy doing what?
Well, I was one thing or another. I was playing hooky for a sick friend.
Oh, there you are, Charlie. Oh, how are you? Don, you're just in time to hear Charlie recite that lovely Christmas poem, The Night Before Christmas, by Clement Clark Moore.
Thanks, honey. Thanks. Yeah. I bet he wouldn't have written it if he had to memorize it.
All right, Charlie, go ahead and recite it.
Well, I can recite it much better, Bergen, from memory, if with a book in front of me.
Yeah.
I'll give the introduction.
No, Don.
Fanfare, Mr. Noble.
No, Don.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now about to hear that famous classic, The Night Before Christmas, perpetrated by Charlie McCarthy.
Oh, cut it out, fellas. This is so embarrassing.
No, now you go right ahead and recite it, Charlie.
No, please, Bergen.
No. Now, you mustn't be nervous.
Well, I've always been timid.
No. You go right ahead, Charlie.
No, please.
Charlie, go right ahead. Charlie. Now, you mustn't be nervous.
Well, I'm a bundle of nerves.
Charlie. Remember, no recitation, no present.
Oh.
Now, we're all waiting to hear about Santa Claus.
Well, I'll try.
There you Yeah.
There ought to be one down there.
Yeah. We're waiting.
All right. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Santa Revere.
No.
Don't tell me I'm wrong.
Yes, you're a little confused.
Well, I'm a bundle of nerves.
Yes, I know. Now, you start over again.
Yes. Under the spreading Christmas tree, a village Santa stands?
No. Perhaps if I just help you with a little start.
That would be good.
Yes. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house.
Egad, Bergen, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yes.
And believe me, it felt good to get rid of them, too. Yeah.
Now, what's the next line? I see. What's the next line?
The next line.
Yes.
Oh, there's more, isn't there?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Well, there's all through the house, Let's see. Quiet, please, quiet. What's the next line, fellas?
No. Not a... What? Remember what it is?
No.
Yeah. Not a creature was stirring, not even a louse. No. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Yeah. And that's the way it goes.
Yes. The stockings were hung.
Huh?
Stockings were hung where?
On a nail?
No. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes.
In hopes?
In hopes.
In hopes that the laundryman soon would be there.
No. In hopes that Saint who?
St. Vitus?
No.
St. Bernard?
No.
St. Paul?
No.
Minneapolis?
No, now wait.
Well, gee whiz, I tried.
All right.
I'm on the wrong track.
You certainly are.
I'm going to hate thyself in the morning for not knowing this.
Yes. Well, now you continue.
Yes. Let's see. Wait.
In hopes.
Oh, yes. In hopes. No coaching, please. Much.
In hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
Semicolon.
Yeah, that's it. The children were nestled all snug in their bed.
Shoot if you must this old gray head. No.
Well, I give up. Charlie, surely you know the part about Santa Claus.
What part?
Yeah.
The arms and legs?
No. About how he rides through the skies.
Oh, yes. Yes, Santa Claus is. Oh, yes, of course. He flies through the air with the greatest of ease. The jolly fat man in the red DVDs.
What is it?
Well, that part I'm a little rusty on. Right in there.
Yes.
Especially right around there.
Yes, all right. Well, I'll tell you, it goes this way. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter,
What'd you do?
I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter.
Oh, yeah. I tore open the shutters and threw up the sash.
Yeah. And now, what about the reindeers?
Oh, what about them?
Yeah. What were their names?
Oh, yeah, that's right there. What were they?
Well, there's Dancer and Prancer.
Oh, yeah.
And what are the rest of them?
There's Dancer and Prancer and Dandruff and Blintzes.
No.
Dunder and Lightning.
No.
I give up.
Donner.
Donner?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Donner, Amici.
No.
I didn't know he made the team.
Well, he didn't. And what did Santa say?
What did he say?
Well, he said, on Dancer, on Prancer.
Oh, yeah. On Dancer, on Prancer. And what do you know? Prancer came in and paid $2.20 to show.
No. And what happened after that?
Santa Claus lived happily ever after. The end. Give me the present.
Wait a minute. Not so fast. You know, Charlie, I don't believe you studied that poem at all.
Well, I wasn't letter perfect, was I?
No, you weren't.
This being Christmas Eve, Bergen, I cannot tell a lie. I didn't study.
No. Well, I'm disappointed in you.
Yes, sir.
But inasmuch as you were man enough to own up,
Oh, I did that, sir. Yes.
I'm going to give you the present anyway.
Oh, thank you, Bergen.
And here it is.
Oh, thank you. What is it?
It's a beautifully illustrated copy of that famous poem, The Night Before Christmas.
Is that the present I get?
That's it.
This is Christmas, Bergen, not April Fool.
Facing the immediate future, prospects look very good because it brings Joan Merrill and Ray Noble's orchestra together in Don't Take Your Love From Me.
You can take my castle, that's if I had a castle, and I'd miss it for just a while. You could take my treasure, that's if I had a treasure, and I'd face poverty with a smile. But there's one thing I ask of you, one thing you must never do. Tear a star from out the sky, and the sky feels blue. Tear a petal from a rose, and the rose weeps too. Take your heart away from mine, and mine will surely break. My life is yours to take, so please keep the spark away. Would you take the wings from birds so that they can fly? Would you take the ocean's roar and leave just a sigh? All this your heart won't let you do. This is what I beg of you. Don't take your love from me. All this your heart would never do. This is what I beg of you. Don't take your love from me.
Bergen, don't you think we should have Christmas carols or something like that?
I certainly do, Charlie, and we are. We're going to have a chorus of 1,000 voices with us.
1,000?
Yes.
Well, you can't listen to that many voices at once, can you?
Well, you can if your ear is trained for it, Charlie. For instance, when Ray Noble's band plays, he not only listens to it as an orchestra,
He does, yeah.
but he hears each and every individual instrument.
Yeah?
Yes.
And he doesn't do anything about it?
Well, the point that I'm trying to make, Charlie, is that to fully enjoy the best in music requires training. And that's why I've arranged for you to take lessons from a famous singing teacher.
Well, now, that's nice of you, Bergen. I didn't know you knew so much about music.
Well, I appreciate classical music, although I don't think you could call me a long hair.
No. No one could call you that, Bergen. No.
Hello. Excuse me, please, Senor Bourbon.
Oh, no, Bergen. Yes. Hello,
Bourbon, yes,
Professor.
Yes.
Who is this, Bergen?
I am Donaldo Pizzicaro Amici Victrola Gazzolo,
Yeah.
the famous singer.
Yeah. I'm going to give it to you good. If you're a singer, Gazzolo, I'm John Charles Thomas.
No, I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Thomas.
The pleasure's all yours.
Well, let's get going now. At the first, I'm going to teach you the music caprice.
Yeah.
You know, the harmony and the applied stuff.
Yeah. You're going to get knee-deep in it, too.
Yeah. Now, tell me, Professor, are you familiar with Mozart?
Oh, Mo and I just like that.
What about the others?
Yeah, sure, I know them all. I know Rimsky-Korsakov, Streptokowski, Rossini, Puccini.
How about Jack Beanie?
That's all right. That's good. Yes.
Yeah.
Say to me, what do you know about the Chopin?
Well, Chopin, you play it like ping pong, only you use a larger racket.
No. That's right. That's perfect. Now, first of all, to listen to music, you gotta have music.
I'll go along with you so far, yeah.
When the music, she comes out loud, is a fortissimo. If it comes out soft, is a pianissimo. Then we got a high key and a low key.
Yeah?
And sometimes you got a no key.
In that case, you climb in the window.
Now, John.
It's cute.
Now, Professor Gazzola, suppose we get on with the lesson, if you don't mind.
Okay, Mr. Boom Boom.
Bergen.
What?
Bergen.
Yes. Now, Charlie, you sing after me.
Yeah?
Me.
You.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now we try another one. Do, re, mi. Speaking of a do, re, mi, that reminds me. When do I get my pay?
Well, I don't blame you for being worried.
All right, now, just a moment, Professor. Before we talk about that, I'd like to know just a little more about your background.
Oh, so happy for telling you. So happy. For 20 years, I was a Venetian gondolier.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
Were you the menace of Venice?
John. Well, I've been in Venice, Professor, and it's a romantic spot with those singing gondoliers.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I remember I used to sing it like this. Oh, sole mio, splash, splash.
What's the splash?
Well, I got to push the boat.
Oh, yeah.
2 years later, I sing it like this. Oh, sole mio, put.
What's the put?
I make a plenty of money. I got a house aboard the motor.
Oh, good.
You know, I write the songs, too.
Oh, you write songs?
Oh, sure.
Well, then you must meet our famous songwriter, Ray Noble. Oh, Ray.
Yes, Edgar.
Meet Professor Gazzolo.
Oh, you know something about the music?
Oh, yes, rather. Why, some of my best songs are music.
Well, who do you think of that, huh? Say, who do you study under,
The people upstairs, old boy.
Oh, he's a very funny man, eh?
Yeah, well, don't encourage him.
Oh, no, huh?
He's a bad one.
Oh, yeah.
Professor Gazzolo studied music in Italy, Ray.
Oh, did you really, old man? Dear me. And have you a bachelor's degree?
No, senor. I got the 4 bambinos.
Well, I'm glad you fellas have so much in common. Now, I'd like to ask you one question. What do you think is the finest piece of music ever written?
Well, Edgar, if you ask me, I'd say the Volcano song.
Volcano song. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know. Lava, come back to me.
Yeah. Well, what's yours, Professor?
Well, the song I like the best is You Ain't or Don't You Is My Bambino.
That's very good.
Bergen, ask me, Bergen, ask me.
All right. Yes, all right, Charlie. What's your favorite song?
Well, my favorite song is By the Old Chow Mein Pagoda Looking Cockeyed at the Sea.
From the Great Lakes Naval Training Station on the banks of Lake Michigan, we hear from the famed 1,000-voice choir singing a medley of Christmas carols. Ladies and gentlemen, the Navy sings. They sing in pride, in exultation, and on this Christmas Eve, in humble gratitude. We listen now to our Navy.
And a great big Merry Christmas to all of you from Edgar Bergen.
And a trial size from Charlie McCarthy.
And Merry Christmas to you, Charlie. And Merry Christmas to everyone. For myself, I've had the honor and the privilege in the past of bringing you the American prayer. Its sentiments today are as powerful as they ever were. I think it says what is in all our hearts this Christmas. The American prayer. O Father who art in heaven, thou who hast given us birth, lend us thy flaming sword, O Lord, to fight thy battle on earth. As we walk through the perilous darkness, lend us thy holy light that shines in thy heavenly mansion to guide our path in the night. And lend thy shield and thy armor to the gallant boys over there. They are thy children, Father, and this is thy country's prayer, that soon may the forces of evil fall at last on their knees, with the flag of thy kingdom of heaven flying high in the breeze. Then sons will return to their mothers, and men to their wives. And then this earth will be like heaven, peaceful and bright. Amen.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.
And here back again, we have vitamin B1 with legs. Miss Betty Hudson. Say it, Betty.
There was Jumpin' Jack playing piggyback with the Big Bear family, and the pop-eyed clown popping up and down at the Toy Town Jamboree. Little crying doll didn't cry at all, but she danced so merrily with her pride and joy, little soldier boy at the Toy Town Jamboree. Jackie Horner in his corner forgot about his pie, and Donald Duck started in the truck when little boy Blue swing-a-roo. Every day you know there's a brand new show, better take a tip from me. You'll be more than proud if you join the crowd at the Toy Town Jamboree.
Crazy cat in her Sunday hat went to town in ecstasy. Did the prom with the sweetie Tom at the Toy Town Jamboree. Crying doll didn't cry at all, but she danced so merrily. Bunny Bug did the bunny hug at the Toy Town Jamboree. At the Toy Town Jamboree.
Peter, pumpkin eater, rejoiced as he led the band. Red Riding Hood feeling mighty good. Started
Isn't that Santa Claus in his sleigh passing over the roof of your house?
Well, if it isn't, some woman driver is way off the road.
Look, here comes Santa Claus down the chimney.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh, thanks, Santa, and I think we ought to pass that greeting along to all our friends listening in tonight. So from the entire cast and myself, we wish you a very Merry Christmas, folks. All you people that have written in those nice cards and those letters, we haven't got all your names and addresses, so we can't send you all a Christmas card. But if we could, this would be the card we'd send. All right, Francis.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. From yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly
Let's everybody sing, huh?
Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent
Now please stoke the fire and fetch your famous Christmas cheer of choice. Sit back in your easy chair and prepare for some thought-provoking, heart-tugging, old-time Christmas radio. Gunsmoke, the Christmas story.
fears of all the years.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of gun smoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
Everything was all right until about a mile north of the Cimarron. That's when my horse got a hoof caught in a frozen dog hole and broke his leg. So I had to shoot him. It made me feel awful bad. I didn't feel any better thinking about the walk ahead of me. Close to 40 miles to Dodge and carrying my saddle all the way. Guess I'd been on the trail about an hour, and near as I could figure it was around 3 in the afternoon. And I'd ease the saddle off my shoulders for a rest and a smoke. And that's when I saw the stranger riding up from the way I'd come. He was tall and thin, and his horse was taller and even thinner. And they made quite a pair. How are you?
You lost?
No. My horse busted his leg away back. I'm on my way to Dodge.
Oh, that's your house, huh? I saw it.
Yeah.
On your way to Dodge, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
You got any more of that tobacco?
Yeah, sure. Here you are.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
That's okay.
Kind of a big walk you've got ahead, ain't it?
Kinda.
It's going to be dark soon. You figure making camp?
That's the idea.
Well, it's too bad.
Yeah.
Do you need any food?
No, thanks. I got enough.
Well, I thank you for the tobacco.
Sure. Anytime.
Hey.
Yeah?
Not saying this beast won't drop dead from the shock, but do you want to climb on behind? Save you a piece of boot leather for a while, anyway.
Well, I'd be much obliged if you think that animal of yours can carry us.
Well, she won't mind. Should have been dead a long time ago, except she don't know it. She don't mind.
Well, okay. Thanks. Here, will you hold my saddle till I get up, huh?
Yeah, give it here.
Yeah.
Can you manage the saddle?
Yeah, give it. Yeah, I got it. Now, let's go. You heading for Dodge, too?
Not in particular. Just north.
Uh-huh.
This beast will do about 10 knots with the wind behind her, but we ain't going to get more than 5 with this load. You ain't in no hurry, are you?
Well, I was kind of hoping to get back tonight. It's Christmas Eve, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's right, ain't it?
Yeah.
That backbone of hers sticking it to you?
Oh, no, it's okay. Thanks.
Notice that tin do-jigger tied to you. You with the law?
Yeah, I'm a U.S. Marshal. My name's Matt Dillon.
That's so. I never seen a marshal on foot.
Well, it happens sometimes.
How is it you're down this way? Ain't it a mite off your course?
Hmm?
So you marshal down here as well as Dodge?
No, I just took a prisoner across the Cimarron into Oklahoma territory. Turned him over to the Army there.
Did,
And then he shut up tight. We must have ridden a couple of miles without a word. I got to thinking about Dodge and Chester, Doc, and Kitty, and the rest of them. You know, there's something pretty special about any place at Christmas time. The backbone on the stranger's nag was just about to split me in two when he talked up.
My name is Cowley.
Amos
Cowley. We better heave to a spell. She's breathing mighty hard. All right, hold up. Yes.
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly, isn't it?
Yeah. Could I trouble you for another smoke?
Oh, sure. Here you are.
I thank you. Say, what's it like in Dodge?
What?
Dodge. What's it like?
Oh, it's like any other town, I guess.
Pretty big, huh?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Not so big as New York, though.
Oh, no, not as big as that.
You know, I haven't been in a big town now for more than 10 years.
Oh, is that so?
No. Been down in the territories, drifting. Thought I'd move up north this time. Maybe go back east.
So you're from the east, huh?
Some time back. Say, what's it like?
What?
Well, Dodge, any town. At Christmas. Same as it used to be?
Well, I guess so.
What do you do?
Well, same as most people, I guess. What most people do at Christmas.
Well, that ain't saying a lot. What are the folks like? And what does it look like? I I'd just kind of like to know.
Well, I don't know. Well, there's Front Street. That's most of Dodge right now. Of course, it's getting bigger all the
Do you
time.
have any kids?
No, I'm not married.
Kids have fun Christmas.
Yeah, they do. That's certain. And Dodge, they sometimes have a party for the kids a couple of days before Christmas. Kids like that. And then everybody gets feeling good, looking forward to Christmas Eve. Like last year. There was snow on the ground, but the sky was clear. You could even see the stars. I was going down the street to the Texas Trail to meet Doc and Chester. Chester, he's my deputy. Doc's a doctor in town. We had some work to do later on in the evening. You could see the light shining behind the curtained windows, and almost everybody had a sprig of holly berries hanging up. They got some from the east a couple of days earlier. I remember running into John Bumby. He's a kind of general handyman in Dodge. Never says much, but he sure had a lot to say that night.
Oh, hello, Marshal.
Oh, hi, John.
A lovely night for Christmas Eve, isn't it?
It certainly is, John.
Yeah.
Pretty fine night.
Peace on earth, goodwill to men. Mr. Dillon?
Yeah, that's the way it should be, John.
You know, Marshal, this is going to be quite a night for me. Yes, sir.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, yes, sir. Tonight, I'm asking Mrs. McNish to become Mrs. Bumby.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, John, I didn't know that.
Oh, I know it's been a mighty fast secret, but I'm popping the question tonight.
Well, I wish you a lot of luck, John. Hey, I'll tell you what. Come by to the Texas Trail later, and we'll have a drink on it.
Oh, I will. I really will, Marshal. You're good and kind, Marshal. Good and kind. Merry Christmas, Marshal Dillon. Merry Christmas.
Well, the same to you, John. That may sound kind of funny to you, but John Bumby's a good man. A little peculiar sometimes, but good as they come. And they don't make enough like him. Of course, most everybody in Dodge suspected Doc and Ms. McNish were sweet on each other. But it just goes to show you. I'll tell you about John and Ms. McNish a little later. So I went on down the street. You know, it's a funny thing about those words, Merry Christmas. Men say it to each other, and, well, it makes them feel kind of good.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Used to be a seafaring man myself. When you're on the sea and it comes Christmas, things like that can count a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we might as well get underway again, huh?
Sure.
Hey, you want to take my saddle?
Give it here.
Okay.
Give it to me. Okay.
I guess you'll miss it in Dodge tonight. Won't you?
Well, if you could get a little more out of this nag of yours, we might make it tonight.
No, there's not a chance. She'll be on her beam ends pretty quick. She's been on a long reach since sunup.
Oh.
Mighty bare country up this way.
Oh, it depends on what you're used to.
Well, mighty bare where I've been, too. It's not like the sea. That's always different.
How come you left it? I always heard a sailor doesn't ever get it out of his blood.
The sea? I guess you can get it out of your blood, all right. You got the right reason you can.
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, you trying to get something out of me?
Well, no. Get what? I would just remark.
You want to ride with me? I don't want any talk about the sea.
Well, you brought it up.
Get it.
We will return for the second act of Gunsmoke in just a moment. But first, tomorrow night, Jack Benny and his whole fun-making gang make a personal appearance at a Long Beach, California Veterans Hospital. It's going to be a Christmas they'll never forget, as Benny and the bunch cut loose while they assist the folks at the hospital in trimming their Christmas tree. Be sure to join the fun tomorrow night on CBS Radio when it's Jack Benny time all across America. Now for the second act of Gunsmoke.
Amos Cowley sulked his way along the trail for the next while. And then it was almost like he couldn't stand the quiet. Or maybe he had things on his mind. He turned his head.
Go on.
What?
Go on. Tell me some more.
Oh, about Dodge?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Well, you try some more, huh?
Well, they got a little pine tree in the Texas Trail.
Tree?
Yeah, come down a long way from the north. Kitty Russell, she's a hostess in the Texas Trail. Well, she got a lot of ribbon and gewgaws and made it look real nice. That was last Christmas.
A star at the top?
A star?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It looked like a star, I guess. It sure looked pretty. And there was a difference in the place that day. Everybody was celebrating and feeling real good. The doors would swing open and somebody would come in and, maybe somebody you just knew to nod at, but because it was Christmas Eve, he'd come right up and say, hello. Oh, maybe that's a good reason, maybe not. I don't know.
All right, I'll take it.
Anyhow, it was still kind of early.
Just wait your turn.
Kitty and Chester were standing off looking at the tree.
Hi, Matt.
Good evening, Mr. Dillon.
Hi, Kitty. Chester.
How do you like it, Matt? Christmas tree.
That's
Oh, that's real pretty.
only tree but one in the whole town.
Yeah, Kate's got one over the Alphaganza.
Oh, well, I'll have to see it later.
You're next.
Where's Sam?
I don't know. Maybe he started celebrating too soon.
Oh.
Doc's taking over the bar.
Yeah, that's right.
You want a drink, Kitty?
Sure.
All right, I'll get you a drink. I'll get you. You haven't forgotten anything, have you, Mr. Dillon?
Forgotten? What, Chester?
There. What did I tell you, Miss Kitty? I knew just as sure as my nose that
Oh,
you forgot.
that. No. I hadn't forgotten.
Oh, well, I thought as soon as I get Sam sober enough to take care of the customers, we could go on over to Doc's like we planned.
Sure, we'll do that, Chester.
Here you are, Matt.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, well, it's still snowing out?
No, it stopped. Where you going, Kitty?
All right. Just want to look outside. Real pretty.
Man thinks of a lot of funny things that don't mean much. Kitty standing at the door, sniffing the cold air, and the warmth inside, and the whiskey in me. It was a good feeling. And then Chester and I decided to take a bottle over to Mr. Hightower. He's the telegraph operator over at the depot. He runs a printing shop on the side.
Say, Mr. Dillon?
Yeah, Chester.
Do you mind if I stop by the church for a minute?
No, I don't mind.
I just feel kind of right tonight, Mr. Dillon. Figure I ought to thank somebody for it.
Sure. So we stopped by the church. I've never been much of a man for church, I guess, but I went along with Chester. Wasn't anybody else there, just the two of us. Guess we sat for 10 minutes in that place. Chester a little way off with his head bowed. You know, there's a lot of peace in a church. Maybe it's the quiet. Maybe it's the good that people find in there. Now, whatever it was, it made a man feel glad about pretty much everything.
I haven't been in a church since I don't know when.
Oh, is that so?
I heaved to.
Well, she's becalmed again, mister. Okay. She sure wasn't built for it, I'll tell you. You ever see anything like that? She is kind of old, isn't she? I've had her going on 8 years. She hasn't changed a mite. Eats like a pig and looks like a four-legged mizzenmast. Smoke? Don't mind. Hey, what about that fellow Hightower? Did you get that bottle to him? Oh, sure. Yeah, I guess it was lonely over in the depot all alone. He was glad for the company. There was a wood fire burning in the stove, but it didn't keep out the cold much.
Well, how are you, gents? Merry Christmas.
Well, how's it going, Mr. Hightower?
Oh, slow, Marshal, slow. Bit of excitement about an hour back, though.
That
so? Yeah, 9:15 got stuck between here and Hutchinson. Lots of snow back there.
They getting her out?
I'm sure they're trying, but I'm sure glad I'm not on it. It's going to be a cold night on that train.
Well, it's kind of chilly in here, isn't it, Mr. Hightower?
Any warmer, and I'm going to sleep.
Well, say, we brought you over a bottle of Irish for company.
Jameson's. Well, I declare I was just thinking about a tot before you boys come in. Now, that's real friendly. Will you have a drink with me?
We sure will.
Let's open her up, huh? A couple of glasses up on the shelf there, Chester. Get them down, will you?
I don't know if you get an idea about the folks in Dodge or not. They're not any different than any other people, or the town either. I guess maybe it's a pretty small place at that. The depot, the hall, a few stores, a church, Doc's office, a Texas Trail, Alafraganza, my office. Not much, but it's where you live, you know?
Sounds all right. I lived in a town once back east. Small. I know what you mean.
Well, maybe you'll be going back.
Maybe. Say, kids, they still believe in St. Nick?
Oh, sure. I
Mighty
suppose.
few kids down where I've been. Injun kids, they don't believe in St. Nick.
No reason they should, I guess.
I used to believe in it, you know that?
Well, I guess most people did one time or another. Hey, you figure we come maybe 10 miles?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's getting dark.
Yeah. Well, come on. You want to ride the saddle for a bit?
Oh, no. That's okay.
Well, then, okay.
We rode on, and I thought about last year, about Kitty, Doc, and Chester and me going over to Doc's place after Doc got tired at Tendon Bar at the Texas Trail. It was about 1:45, and we stood around and sang Christmas carols. And I remember how it sounded that night, how it looked. The glow in the stove in the middle of the room, and the frosty windows. Yeah, it was Christmas Eve, all right.
Was so deep. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel.
Say, that was fine. That was just fine.
Yes, it was.
Oh, gee. Say, now, what do you say if we...
Listen.
Huh? Huh? Oh. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You know, I feel sentimental. That's exactly what I feel. I feel sentimental.
I know what you mean, Doc. I surely know.
Okay, Doc. Bring 'em out.
And I remember how Doc scuttled over to the bureau and brought out some packages. The presents weren't much, but it didn't matter what they were. And when we'd finished opening them, it was Chester who said what we were all thinking.
I just want to say, Miss Kitty, Doc, you, Mr. Dillon, I just want to say that this is the best doggone Christmas I ever had. And that's what I want to
Say, you was going to tell me about that fella John was courting that woman. What was her name?
Oh, yeah, Ms. McNish.
That's right.
Well, she said yes, and you've never seen two happier people in your whole life. Yeah, she's Ms. McNish Bumpy now.
Oh, that's good.
You know, you might settle for a bit in Dodge, or you could get work there.
Sure would be fine if you could get back tonight, wouldn't it?
Well, it can't be helped. I'd be a lot further away and a sight more tired if you hadn't come along.
Now, listen. How far do you figure before there's a place you might pick up a horse?
Oh, I don't know, 15 miles or so, maybe.
Oh, we're not going to make any 15 miles in this nag tonight, that's for sure.
Oh, that's all right.
Now, I tell you what. You go on alone, you see.
Oh, no, forget it.
Now, you go on alone. She'd hold out with one man on her. And then you get a fresh horse and you ride into Dodge tonight.
Well, thanks. That's very
I'm telling you, I want you to go. I'll be fine. I've walked before. Probably make it almost as quick as you.
Look, it's real nice of you, Mr. Cawley, but no thanks.
Now, Christmas don't mean nothing to me. You got friends waiting for you.
Well, I'll see them tomorrow.
You're a fool.
Well, that may be.
All of them nice folks. I'm going to make them feel pretty bad.
Look, I'll stay. If you want to go on along, thanks for the ride.
Well, might as well make camp then.
I guess so.
And listen, you want to tell me some more about what you was telling me before we turn in?
Well, sure.
I take it kindly, mister. I'll get yourself settled. I got some stuff in my pack we can eat, and maybe get a fire going. Then after we eat, you can tell me some more.
We made a fire and then shared what we had for supper. He seemed to soften up after that, and we talked for a couple or 3 hours. It was like he was starved for news of people, everyday things, and just plain company. And that's how we spent Christmas Eve together out on the plain. And then when the fire was dying down and I was about ready for sleep, he said,
Marshal.
Yeah?
I want to tell you something. I've been needing to tell it for a long time. Do you mind?
Well, of course I don't mind.
Well, then I'll tell you. A few years ago, I was skipper of a little schooner. I used to sail up and down the East Coast, you know, Boston, New York.
Yeah.
Well, one night, we hit dirty weather off New Jersey. Real dirty. Blew us off course, and we piled up on the rocks and knocked the bottom out.
That's too bad.
There was 18 passengers aboard, Marshal. 4 of them was kids. We never saw them again.
No.
And my own wife and my kid went down, too.
I'm sorry.
Well, now, something must have happened to me after that. I didn't want nothing to do with ships or the sea, and I started to drift out this way. I couldn't forget, though, do you know? And I didn't want to be near folks, especially kids, to remind me, do you know?
Yeah.
And that's how come I've been slewing around ever since.
Sure, I understand.
Just kind of wanted to get it off my chest.
Sure.
Marshal, I'd like to ride into Dodge with you tomorrow. You think I might meet some of them folks you was telling about?
Why? I don't see why not.
That'd be all right. Maybe I wouldn't need to drift no more. Maybe I could, drop anchor, do you know?
Yeah, you might at that. Yes. Well, good night. Good night. Merry Christmas, Marshal. Merry Christmas, Mr. Cowley.
Gunsmoke, under the direction of Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by Anthony Ellis, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were Lawrence Dobkin, with Harry Bartell and John Daner. Parley Bear as Chester, Howard McNear as Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. Gunsmoke is heard by our troops overseas through the worldwide facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke. Tomorrow night, Edgar Bergen's real-life daughter, Candy, pays him and you a visit on The Edgar Bergen Show with Charlie McCarthy. Candy and Charlie hit it off fine, but Edgar has cause to regret his hasty decision to invite his 6-year-old daughter into the show, especially when she starts throwing her voice. Sounds like fun tomorrow night on most of these same stations when CBS Radio presents The Edgar Bergen Show with Charlie McCarthy. This is Roy Rowan speaking. And remember, Eve Arden, as our Miss Brooks, teaches you how to laugh every Sunday on the CBS Radio Network.
Singing Winter Wonderland with the 6 hits in a minute. All right, Pat.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he's Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the land, snow is glistening. Beautiful sight, happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. Singing a song, we go along in a winter wonderland.
In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he's Parson Brown. He'll say, say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland. Winter wonderland. Oh,
Merry Christmas to everyone, and may 2022 bring you closer to your dreams. I'm Mike Gillette, your host. You've been listening to When Radio Ruled, Christmas Special 2021. When Radio Ruled is a Before TV production. Copyright 2021.
Look down from the sky and stay by my cradle to watch of a white Christmas, just like the one I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright.
Accident Company and its entire organization wishes you the happiness of a fine, old-fashioned Christmas. That kind of Christmas that is traditional with America, with laughter, good fellowship, and joyous celebration. We hope that every Christmas in the years to come will be the kind we have always known. Let's work to make it that way. You can help preserve this traditional spirit of Christmas for future America by helping our country now. Buy defense bonds and stamps. Buy all you can, whether it's a dime, a quarter, or $1,000. And here's a suggestion. If you haven't already completed your Christmas gift list, give a defense bond or a book of defense stamps. Get defense bonds at your bank or post office. Get defense stamps from your local retailer or your newsboy. Buy defense bonds and stamps this Christmas so that we may be able to celebrate next Christmas.